My name is Miran. I'm 32 years old. I come from Singapore. I'm currently a full-time MBA student at the Alliance Manchester Business School. I'm currently on my second year. So right now, the only thing that's left for me is actually my international business project. I've received actually 30% on the AMBS Merit Scholarship. There was no actual separate application for the scholarship, but it was, from my understanding, is that they do assess each candidate based on not only your interview, not only your background, but as well your personal letters and basically the entire application package. I believe I was successful because my background is in actually project management and construction. So it does sort of align very nicely with the Manchester method, which is very project forward, project heavy, instead of being an exam-based MBA. And my belief is that through my interview, through my GRE score, my academic background, that's what made them select me to be a candidate for the scholarship. As I mentioned, I think a part of it was my background, because again, I am a very good fit with the program, but also what I told them when I want to go in, why I'm doing my MBA, is that I want to eventually work in water and bring clean water, possibly sanitation, to places which just don't have that. And I think having a completely more interesting story as opposed to possibly somewhat of my more typical classmates, that might have made me stand out a bit more. Because yes, I mean, to be honest, all of us are academically bright. All of us have a good professional background. I think it's more of where I want to go after this, my vision for myself and what I can bring to the school outside of just being an engineer. I chose Manchester Business School because one is because of the ranking, of course, but to be perfectly honest, it's more because of the pedagogy itself. Because the pedagogy for this school is we tend to be very project heavy. I've had one exam in my entire time here. I'm never going to have another exam. So everything, yeah. And a lot of what I do, I have learned that I'm not I tend to learn better by doing. And because I have no knowledge, not much of a knowledge, I'm an engineer by training. So the best way for me to be able to do this would not just be to, okay, sit through a test and then do a final exam, or to do a big project at the end. But the way the school runs their programs, we have 3 consultancy projects, as well as multiple smaller individual projects for strategy, for mergers and acquisitions. And that kind of pedagogy resonated with me a lot more than with other schools. Because like I said, I'm a very practical person. So I tend to learn by getting my hands dirty, by figuring things out by myself, working in a team, driving my team together, because that's just what makes me special. That's my way of learning, and that's where my skill set lies. So I thought this would be a very good way to not only feed into my strengths, but also in a way that I could contribute with my project management skills to the school as well. The scholarship was actually for 30% of the school fees, so I saved about £12,000. The remainder is actually from savings from my work before. My tip for a prospective MBA student would be to work on your story. Because everybody has pros and cons, everybody has things that they've done that honestly a CV just can't quite tell. So work on telling to your interviewer these stories, work on mentioning to faculty, work on talking to people who have been where you want to be, and they will see that they will be able to see what makes you unique, and that's what the schools want.